Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet.
It's been a minute.
Oh, Lord, it's been a long time.
We haven't been here for a while.
It's been more like the goddamn Rocket Man.
Yeah?
Be a long, long time.
Oh.
It was just Billy Joel's birthday. He's one of them fucking guys that, you know, you just feel like will never die.
Are you waiting for him to die?
I mean, I'm not planning his death or anything like that, but it's just like it's like one of those people that's like always like we're always gonna have Paul McCartney. Like he's not just not gonna. They're just gonna get a new one like they did before.
Oh boy.
Hey Fenton, how you doing?
Fenton, how's it going? So, but I feel like you have like a ticking clock for Billy Joel that you're just like, how many more days? It's kind of like the days without incident calendar.
I feel about Billy Joel the same way you feel about Star Wars. And I know people really like it.
Yeah.
I feel like I should like it,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think I like it.
That's fair. That's very, how do you feel when Piano Man comes on?
See, Piano Man, it actually came on today.
Oh.
And I turned to the wife and I says I can't think of anything that's more depressing than being a regular at a bar.
What do you mean?
That is the most depressing. Like go do something.
I'm technically a regular at a bar. I mean, I go there every.
No, but you have a purpose.
We do it. I mean, like, I feel like people who go to bars as regulars also have a purpose.
Not in that fucking song. He's just like fucking Davey in the Navy and shit.
What? But like, I thought that song was just about like a guy who's just like busking at a bar playing piano.
I mean, that's his point of view, yes. But like, I'm talking about the Patreons.
Oh,
I'm talking about like their. I'm talking about their lives. Like, I don't want their lives.
Do you like how fucked up is it though to be like, oh, I'm the musical act at this establishment, and then like a guy just gets up on whatever stage or platform and he just starts noodling on the piano, and then basically just talk shit on everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
No, Billy Joel's kind of an asshole.
I'm pretty sure Billy Joel is an asshole.
Yeah, no, he's a real fuck.
Did you ever see the time he like flipped out and I think it was like Russia?
No.
There's like a clip online where he fucking goes nuts. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Like, yeah, please do.
Like he flips the piano.
He flips over a piano?
Like, yeah, you want to talk about fucking rock and roll?
Yeah.
Like, it was all rock and roll to him that night.
Fuck your Kurt Cobain and your guitars. Like, let's flip a baby grand, you know?
Joe, I'm going to do Billy Joel freak out.
Weighted keys and everything.
Billy Joel flips out Moscow, 1987. Let's see. Can we pull this up? I'm going to see if I can pull.
1987. That's right around Tear Down That Wall. That's in that time.
I don't think he was like trying to tear down any walls. I think he was just. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can. I see. We might have to try to. Okay, let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna see if I can. Can we do this? Can we get it? What if I do that? What if I? Nope. What if I do that? Nope. That's even worse. I got off kilter. Hang on. Let me see if I can fix this real quick.
Yeah, let's.
Because I feel like this is. Oh no! Don't want to move that.
Is quality content.
This is quality. This is exactly what the people tune in for.
This is the stuff DeSantis is trying to ban.
Fuck that guy. Let's see. Here we go. All right. I don't know if I can play the audio on this.
I mean, we just want to see the piano flip. Like,
yeah. Like, what if I do? Hang on. I'm gonna start over.
I mean, he's got a nice suit.
Oh, I think I know what this was about. The house was fucking with the lights. Like, I think they were trying to light different sections of the arena. And he just flips the fuck out. Like, look at that guy in the guitar. He's just having a good time.
Yeah, I know. Look at him go. That's just a studio musician just trying to get.
Yeah, boom. There it goes.
Oh.
And because he's like yelling at stagehands. and then just like, fuck this, I'm done.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Like, who knew Billy Joel could throw down?
I mean, clearly after Uptown Girl. You know.
The best part about it is like he's flipping shit while still
performing.
Yeah. Oh wait, there was a news article about it.
Oh man, in English.
Appeared the concert goers less than enthusiastic about the show, but eventually Joel brought even the normally subdued Soviet crowd to its feet. Later, Billy Joel spoke of his feelings on the Today Show.
The show was unbelievable. It started out a little bit on the quiet side.
He's saying
What
it's.
are we watching? I don't know what we're doing right now.
I think it's just Billy Joel.
Oh.
Yeah, Billy Joel just sort of recanting the.
Just leave that. Just leave it right
This is the rest of the show.
Billy Joel.
We're just gonna be
79
here.
years
Billy
young,
Joel,
ladies and gentlemen.
welcome, please everybody, welcome Billy Joel, the brain wreck.
But yeah, he's a real fuck. So he was on that Orange County Chopper show. It was just a
Right.
fucking asshole.
Also, like, why is is he still allowed to drive?
Is he 55? That's Sammy Hagar.
Well, no, because like of all the DUIs.
I mean,
He was like notorious. Like I remember being a kid.
oh, he's one of those guys.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I remember being a kid, and it was like every other week Billy Joel was in the news for like crashing his car because he was driving around drunk.
See, I don't recall
You don't
that side of this. No, that escaped me.
I mean,
I'm sure it's common knowledge.
yeah, I mean, when you're going out every night having a bottle of the red and a bottle of the white,
Right?
it's.
He didn't start the fire though.
No, I'm pretty sure. Like he may have started a few fires.
I mean, a few.
Like he may have had to burn a couple
mistake.
bodies. I don't know. Mm-hmm. We don't know. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying
No,
I don't
mean-
know. I don't know Billy Joel's life. I don't know what he does when the cameras are off.
Yeah, he probably hangs out with what's his fuck?
You're almost there. You're almost there.
No,
Kitty,
I'm
bring it
wondering
home.
the name.
Kitty, bring it home.
Fuck. Why the name's gone? Help me out.
I don't know who you're trying to think of.
You know, where the bodies are buried.
Oh, Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks,
That's
yeah.
the goddamn guy, the psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah, alleged. But, hey, what are you doing?
But anyway, it's been a couple weeks
Get out of there.
since we've done this show. We're off to a hot start, ladies and gentlemen. Last week,
This fucking guy over here. What are you doing?
I had to cancel at the last minute.
Yeah.
Cause I had a bit of an incident. Got a little under the water.
Under the
if you
water?
will.
Under the water weather?
Under the weather, while being under the water.
Mm.
Cause I was out scuba diving.
Yeah, as you do.
As the kids do.
You are a scuba diver now.
I am a scuba diver, and I'm going for my advanced open water certification.
What do you get at the
currently.
advanced open water certification? What does that constitute?
That means you've done what they call adventure dives.
Oh, so you can like go hunt for like treasures and stuff.
I mean, not necessarily. Like, it's supposed to be you can go into caverns
And find treasure.
I mean, there could be treasure there.
Yeah.
I went into a cavern. Well, I'll get in that in a minute.
Oh, shit.
You're supposed to be able to go on deeper dives.
Okay, yeah. Get
So
real deep with
right
it.
now, the recommends like 60 feet. For what I've got now,
Right.
but if after I get the advance, I can go to about 90.
Do you want to go to 90?
No, fuck
I feel like
that.
90's a lot.
The 60's a lot.
60. I mean, I wouldn't want to go like 10.
10's manageable.
Yeah.
You know,
10's
if
like a
something
nice
goes
pool.
wr-
Yeah.
You know, if something goes wrong at 10, you'll be fine.
Yeah. You just gotta
be
sink
fine.
to the bottom and push yourself up. It'll be okay.
Yeah, well, you know, you inflate your vest, you drop your weights, and you just go up.
Yeah.
You know, this is how it's done.
You know.
Professional. But so what I was doing, I was at this place called the Blue Lagoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's a natural sinkhole. And so
gotta watch out for those
basically,
sinkholes.
so it's a sinkhole that filled with water. Like there's like Florida's a sponge. Okay,
bro, that is a hell of a statement. If we need a T-shirt of a sponge shaped like a
Florida,
dick, just
a sponge.
big old sponge penis, and be like, here it is. Here's Florida, just sucking up all of America's scum.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
I'm here. So,
but you're great.
Oh well, thanks.
Yeah.
So basically, like Florida's just floating.
Yeah.
Because there's just water all underneath Florida.
Yeah.
That's why sinkholes happen, because part of it collapses into the water and the water fills out, but it's all part of this channel. Whatever. Point of this is natural fucking sinkhole. And they're like, we're going scuba diving here because they've got caverns. You can go down like further into the sinkhole.
Yeah, because
that's where there's fucking roof.
That's where you want to go, is further into
down in
a hole in the earth.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So we go there, and the guy, like a guy running the pro shop at the sinkhole. Is like, have you guys all signed your waivers? I'm like, yeah, we signed our waivers. That's pretty. Have you seen the safety informational video? Can't say that I have. Didn't look that one up. So he sits us all down to watch the safety informational video. It was a 10-minute video. About 7 of it was a promo for Virgil, the female turtle that you may see in said sinkhole, who lives in said sinkhole.
How's Virgil doing on the tables?
Well,
selling gimmicks?
and then when you go into the pro shop, they got Virgil the turtle everything. Like they hedge their bets on this soft-shelled turtle that lives in the sinkhole.
Turtle superstar.
Yeah, I mean, he's selling more gimmicks
turtle
than the other Virgil. That's for sure. So I get into the thing, and sure enough, fucking Virgil the turtle, just swimming up, just checking you out. And like in the video, they're like, "Don't touch it."
That's a wild beast.
It's a wild, and like don't put like it'll fingers our food and that fucking shit. So I'm just like sitting there, and I'm just breathing through my mouth. And the number one thing. Not to go off on a tangent, but you know what pisses me off more than anything now?
Go ahead.
That now that I am a scuba diver, the thing that infuriates me more than anything is when you're watching a reality show and they're showing a thing of a team going on a scuba dive, and they're all talking to each other through like fucking walkie-talkies.
Oh,
that's not real.
I never believed that to be the case.
Because
don't you have shit in your mouth that you gotta like bite down on?
You can't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep the fucking thing in your mouth, and you can't like it'd be like that fucking game that from like a couple years ago where you put the fucking thing in your mouth and it holds your mouth open and you have to say the word and everything sounds like you're saying asshole.
What kind of weird shit you getting into?
You never seen that board game?
No, what fucking game is this where you gotta
there's a board game
goddamn contraption in your mouth.
No, look it up. There's a board game where you put a retainer in your mouth and then you have to say like the secret word and everybody has to guess what the fucking word is. It's funny because everyone's like, oh, you're saying bad words because you can't fucking move your mouth.
Am I about to see some weird shit on the internet?
I mean, I don't know what you're searching.
Secret word game mouth stuff. Speak out.
Speak out.
That dude. First result. First fucking result.
Oh, yeah, it's the real thing.
I can get this curbside pickup from Walmart.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't want anything to do with this.
So anyway, so yeah, I know exactly what Axe is talking about. It was a craze at work for a few years ago. Yeah, exactly. It was a real thing.
Jesus, that's like a
But anyway, so you can't talk while you're fucking scuba diving. So,
Right.
so Hollywood is lying to you.
Well, of course they
straight
are.
to your face.
That's why everybody's
for
on
narrative's
strike.
sake. And so fucking Virgil the turtle comes up and you're just like, I can't say anything and I'm just looking at you and you're just a fucking turtle and you're just looking at me being like, what are you? And I'm like, I'm fucking Axe. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So, and that's all you can do. And you're like, it's cool because you can see it, but like, and then when you're down there too, like fish like to come in like the bubbles that you're blowing out and they like to fucking go. So like, there's just like a fish like right fucking here. And you're just like, hey, like, I can't, we're here, you know, you're here. It's weird. I mean, you guys were here first. I don't know what to tell you.
They were here for hundreds of years.
But anyway, so I got a little sick.
Yeah.
Because as you go down deeper into the caverns, the pressure increases.
You got
you
got
closer.
pressure sickness, isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, well, no, it's like Jules Verne said.
Don't get the scurvy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you go down further, you get the pressure, and then like you have to like clear your ears.
Yeah.
To get them out, and you're not supposed to scuba dive if you're having any type of like sinus shit going on for said reason.
Okay.
I had a little scratchy throat. Didn't think anything of it.
Oh.
I went down. I couldn't clear my ears, and the pressure was so fucking painful. Like, so basically you have to swim back up, clear your ears, and then you can go back down. And it took a couple times for me to do it. And then when I came out, I'm just like, I'm done.
Wow.
And I had water stuck in my ear.
Oh my gosh.
Until 2 days ago.
It's like it's like Christy when she went to Guam.
Yeah, except hers was like 7 years.
I know, dude. It was like 12 years ago.
Wild.
Yeah.
Was it? Chris, did you get that taken care of?
I've actually been looking in her ear lately.
Oh yeah.
It's insane. Like you ever just look inside of an ear? Try it out, man. It's cool.
Okay.
See, it's like a whole world in there.
It's same with the sinkhole.
Yeah. Don't stop going into sinkholes. Y'all need to like leave that shit alone. Like there's a reason it's there. Stay out.
Kevin, you can't call it Guam. I mean, that's what it is, Christy. So
I mean, I forgot. I forgot what it was called.
I mean, I've been, and it's
still fucking.
Christy, how have you dealt with this your entire life?
She's a trooper.
Because at this point, you're gonna reach a point where it's been there longer than it hasn't been there.
See,
then it's just a part of it.
I had a great idea. Okay.
Okay.
We get a series of straws together. Okay. Like we put some putty around. You know, like the opening for the ear. You slide a straw in there. Okay. The putty seals off the air, so it's nice and tight. And then you basically get it all just like shop vac it out.
That's like the old gimmick where like you put the piece of gum on the straw and you try to get the quarter that's stuck in the fucking.
I mean, Christy, we could also try that too. We could put a piece of gum on a little stick and just kind of snake it in there and just poke around until we get the.
See, I had water in my ear for a week, and I wanted to kill myself. Like, it's horrible.
It is.
It's the most uncomfortable.
Like, you think it would evaporate.
Painful shit. You think it would.
Or
right?
like, absorb into your head. Like, why isn't it absorbing? So now you've got a putty stick in your ear. Yeah. But think of all the stuff you'll get out of it. We could start a new medical trend. I'm not saying we do that, and I do not advise anybody try it at home.
We are not doctors.
We are not doctors. You should never listen to us on most things. Most things you probably should ignore us on. But like some things, like maybe we've got a good idea. You never know.
Every now and then.
I would leave the trying it out to us first, you know, and then we'll get back to you. If there's something you want to try that you've heard on this show, ask us to test it out. And then we'll come back to you with a report.
And then if we say no, then definitely
don't do it. If we say no to anything, you definitely shouldn't do it.
Especially for money.
Well, I mean, you know. in this economy, like inflation, because you got like the inflation, and then you got the recession, like you know, got to make money somewhere there in the middle. Somewhere
indeed. But that was why I wasn't here last week.
You weren't here last week. I held things down. You know, we had a nice
won by accident.
I won one.
You did. You got one, man.
I got one, man. All I needed was one. I mean, it was pretty much downhill from there, but I got one, and that's all we needed. You know. So, but yeah, there was a little bit of a game stream. So go back, watch it in the vlog. I don't know if you would call it vlog, the archives.
The archives.
But yeah, we got a little catching up to do.
Yeah, I was bummed because it was right before your birthday.
It was the day before my birthday.
How was your birthday?
I had a wonderful birthday.
Look at you.
Like, I was, you know what? I'd say I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised because I knew how awesome it was going to be.
Oh, okay. So there was actually no surprise aspect of it.
I mean, like there were still some things that were like a little bit of a surprise, but I knew it was going to be awesome. So I was ready for awesome, and I was not let down. And I would say I even had a little bit of a better time than I expected, and I expected to have a very good time.
Well, you can't beat that.
Can't beat it, yeah. So I'm older now, which is cool. I don't really feel older, which I guess is like the most important thing out of it all. Like,
the age is just a number.
Age really is just a number. Like, now officially being in my mid-30s, I'm just like, wow. Nothing has changed.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
I mean, like, things have changed, but like in the grand scheme of things of like who I am, I don't know. Maybe I'm not actually like the right person to like talk about like how I've changed, because I'm sure that I have from like an outside perspective.
Right. I mean, we've all changed, man.
But like at my core, I feel very similar. You know? Okay. But I mean, it was a good birthday. Like, you know, had the day to myself for the first part, and just I kind of made my rounds as I would do. You know, hit up some of my local shops and establishments.
Regular at the bar.
Regular at the bar. You know, they all know me at the Savers now.
Fucking cat.
Hey, there you go. The VHS are over there. And then then like Christy and I, we had a nice little date night out. You know, went and got some Brazilian all-you-can-eat pizza.
What?
It's okay. So you know, like the Brazilian steakhouses.
Yeah, where they fucking carve the fucking shit at the thing.
Yeah, and like they just keep bringing you like meat and meat and meat. Like it's basically the same concept, but with pizza.
So like a CC's,
but like better than a CC's.
Better than CC's.
Better than CC's because it's like nice.
It's edible.
It's edible. Like we go in, like we get some fancy drinks, and then they're like, "Here's your tablet. When you want pizza, you flip it to green. When you want no more, you flip it to red. But the key thing is even when it's on red, they still come around and ask you if you want some.
Wow.
So it's
that's
like
service.
Yeah. So like we just left that shit on green for like 15 minutes, and like they're like, we've got fucking, I don't even know what the hell they had. Like here's some spinach and bacon. Here's some Nutella. Here's some fucking mortadella. Here's some, pepperoni. And I'm just like, yeah, this is great. And then they give you like a little, like an actual drinking glass of lobster bisque. They're like, we're gonna bring you out some appetizers. There's gonna be a couple meatballs, like a nice little, green salad, and then we're gonna bring you some soup, some lobster bisque. I was like, fantastic. And they gave me like this little shooter. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? They're like, it's lobster bisque. And I'm like, am I just drinking the lobster bisque?
You just, yeah.
And I gotta tell you,
pizza,
man.
So like they're on silverware, I assume.
We know we had silverware. It was a fancy restaurant.
Yeah, you ain't getting
But I'm like,
silverware. It's easy.
but I'm like, not for nothing. Like I'll fucking drink some lobster bisque, man.
Okay.
It was like using it as like a dipper too. Like put a little pizza in there.
I just got an idea.
What's up?
If either of us ever loses our mind and wants to start a pizza restaurant,
I'm
like-
not far off.
okay. Conveyor belt pizza.
Conveyor belt pizza. I mean, that is, we've already got the conveyor belt sushi down here. We could
There
do
you
some
go.
conveyor belt pizza. I think it
It's
might be
for
a little
people
tricky,
who
but
want fun,
yeah.
but are too scared to eat sushi.
I mean, you could do that with anything. You could do that with like grilled cheese.
Oh, there you go.
Could do that. Ooh, what if it's like conveyor belt pizza, but like legitimately like all different styles of pizza? Like we'll throw in some bagel bites, some pizza rolls,
Ooh.
some fucking
Okay, some French
stromboli,
bread.
some French bread. Oh god, some French bread pizza, some calzones.
Fuck.
Do a little deep dish. I mean, deep dish is
Right.
you know.
I mean, that's a red plate, so
That's-
you know.
Yeah, it's going to cost you extra.
Yeah. You didn't pay extra for that one.
No, I think that's a hell of an idea. Yeah,
There we go.
grilled cheese, grilled cheese. Do some grilled cheese on there. Grilled cheese pizza.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I mean, Fenton, you're only an hour and a half away from a midnight snack. So
I mean,
hang
you
on.
really are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went. We got some pizza. We stopped at the local pinballs. Played a little crane game action. Fucking
Nice.
cleaned up once again.
I saw the pictures.
It's just, I mean, we're just nasty with it these days. And then we went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy #3.
Ah,
Yeah, which I highly recommend.
highly recommend.
Highly recommend. Maybe don't bring the kids.
Okay. Oh,
It is.
okay.
It is probably one of the better Marvel movies that has come out in recent years.
Okay.
It is kind of fucked up too.
Oh,
Like, it gets dark. Like, it gets real dark. And it gets weird.
shit.
And it gets kind of terrifying. Like there's one scene in the movie where, like, low key, I think we were all just like, this is terrifying.
oh, really?
I don't like this. But it was like it made sense.
Okay.
You know? It wasn't like,
Still in story.
yeah, still in story, but like terrifying. Like, I'm scared.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was a good time. But I think, and then like we had a party the day after, which I'll get into here in just a sec. But I think the most important thing I did this day is I took a step.
You took a step.
I took a step and improving myself. I said, you know what? I'm another year older.
Okay.
Not quite sure if I'm another year wiser.
All right.
It's kind of plateaued, I feel.
Sure.
But I'm another year older, and I got some shit I got to work out.
Okay.
So
you
you-
got a membership.
Got a membership. So your boy went and got himself some mental health help.
Well, God, did you know that it is mental?
It is
health
Mental Health Awareness Month.
How about that?
How
Look at
about
you
it? It's
go.
almost like we may have planned this out. I didn't plan it that far in advance.
I don't plan anything.
I didn't plan anything. I actually didn't know it was Mental Health Awareness Month when I booked the meeting. But yeah, no, I've been noodling on a lot of things lately, and I went and I saw a professional talk out my shit,
Right.
and I'm trying to figure some things out. And
Okay.
yeah, and I will say this, because as somebody who has been through therapy in the past
Okay.
and was fully certain that it did not work, I realized a few things. Number one, if you're unsure of it, it's okay to give yourself time
Okay.
to really think it out and to really try to understand why you want to do it. But also highly recommended that you do it. You know, if you have the chance, if you have the opportunity to, and even if it's just, and like, here's the thing too. I feel a lot of people look at like therapy and getting like professional help as like, oh, like something's wrong. A lot of times there is something wrong. A lot of times there's, but no,
You're right.
I mean that, like, in a supportive way. Like, a lot of times there's something wrong. Like,
Sure.
I knew with me, I was like, there's something wrong. I want to fix it. But for a lot of people, like, it doesn't need to just always be like something's wrong. It could be, I want to improve something and I don't know how. Or,
okay.
you know, I want to make sure that this thing is working regularly for me, or just trying to figure out how to do something different, or how to, oh no, did everything crash? Okay, we're good.
Oh, yeah, no, we're good.
You know, like, it's sort of like, you know, people go to the gym to, you know, maintain a certain level of health and fitness. You can go to therapy to maintain a certain level of mental health. Like, that's cool. That's fine. So yeah, so like, it could just be, you know, you just want to do a weekly check-in or a monthly check-in. Make sure, you know, everything's working under the hood.
So when you went, so you get your first session, hour long, I assume.
It ended up going about an hour. Yeah.
About an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So is there a lot of like how do you do like get like do you play icebreaker games?
I feel like we got right into it.
Oh, you're just like, I'm like, here's all my luggage.
Yeah, well, because like I had to fill out like an 8-page document prior to going, which was just like,
so use
it was just like a super long questionnaire, which like I kind of appreciated because like it helped me focus on things that like I may have missed and wanted to talk about. But also, like, it would have been really frustrating for me to be like, okay, here's my first session, and now we're just, like, doing the checkbox thing where it's like, do you feel this? Okay. Do you feel this? Okay. Where, like, I provided all that information in advance, and then, like, the doctor could be like, okay, so tell me about this.
Right.
So, like, what's the story behind this?
Right.
So I could, it was a little bit more direct that way, which is what, you know, I appreciated.
I don't feel like if I went to one, right?
Yeah.
They would take one look at me and they would just see money signs. Because like for me to tell a story,
right.
Like it's an hour and a half session. Like we're
So that's something you can work on though. Because I brought that up. I brought that up as like one of the things we were going through. Because like I've been noticing I've been having like a lot of trouble with focus lately. And I've been very cognizant of it. Like I notice myself like slipping in and out of attention.
Okay.
Or like there are times where I'm like working on something or doing something, and then literally like mid movement, I'm just like, wait, I forgot what I was doing. So like, and one of the things I had brought up was somebody, you know, like at work asking me like a very simple question. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, so did that answer your question? And they're just like, I think you answered like the whole book. Like, there was way more information in that I needed to be.
Need to be,
yeah. So I was like, I want to fix that too.
Okay.
Yeah, throw that on a pile. So like, you know, they hooked me up with some stuff, you know. So I'm trying some meds, seeing how it works. So far, so good. You know?
Well, that's great.
I will say, I think there's a little more to it all, though.
Okay.
I mean, we're only like a week down.
Okay.
So, you know,
are you going weekly at this point, or what's
I have a follow up in 5 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Because they wanted to see how I would take to the medication. So they were like, you know, like try this, see how you do. You know, follow the schedule, and then we'll circle back in a couple of weeks, and then we'll kind of see where you're at, and then figure out next steps. And I was like, groovy. But I will say this, leaving the meeting, because like going there, I was kind of like, like I don't know what the fuck this is really going to be about. Like I was just like kind of uncertain. Leaving, I felt so much better.
Really?
Like I was in such a better mood, only because it was sort of that mentality and just of like, I did something to work on something. And like I took the first step in the process. And like that in and of itself, I was like, this is already worth it.
Yes.
Because like I feel like I've accomplished something, and like I feel like I had been able to talk more about what's been happening and what's been going on and how I've been feeling. And it was funny too, because like, so the next night we had a little party, a little get together for my birthday. So like we had some people that, you know, around town who, you know, we've been hanging out with, like come out, like we rented out this little space in a bar. And a lot of people were like, so how you been lately? And I'm like, let me tell you something.
Oh boy.
I went and saw myself a psychiatrist.
My boy puts it on Front Street.
And then and a lot of people were, but like the cool thing was, is like a lot of people were just like, wow. Like, you're really open about that. And I'm like, yeah. And they're just like, hey, man, good for you.
Right.
You know? Because I think, too, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I understand that, like, some people have, like, a stigma towards it. Like, oh, like, listen, if you're going, don't tell anybody. Don't talk about it. Don't tell anybody what you might have, because, like, you don't know how they might feel about you, and then like they may have known somebody who was like, you know, that they always had to like hide the plates. So like just keep it to yourself. Me, I'm just like, no, I go. You know, like I'm working on me. Like
my party.
Yeah, this is my party. You know, I'm figuring this shit out. If you ain't gonna help,
this party's for me.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen to what I have
Everybody's gonna have fun. Okay? And you're all going to listen to me.
Let me tell you about my childhood.
And that's what a repressed memory feels like. But no, it's good. It's good. Highly encourage anybody out there. Like if you're going through something, you know, talk to somebody. Take a step.
So, was there anything that you're just like, wow, I learned something here today?
I didn't really learn anything. Because a lot of it was like stuff I've already known.
Oh,
you know, because a lot of it was like, you know, how are you feeling? Mm-hmm. What are you going through? Tell me about this. I mean, that like there were some things that I had to think back to. And it was funny because like there were a couple of times where I actually appreciated how blunt the doctor was.
Oh, okay.
Because like as we were talking through stuff, they were like, you know, so like this, you know, this had to have started somewhere. Where did it start? And I was just like, oh, I mean, like I think it started like here. They're like, yeah, but like something had to come before that. And I was just like, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, this is the, like, no. Like, where did this come from? I'm just like, I guess, like, or, like,
so,
like
so
maybe over
here. You had to actually think.
Yeah. I mean, and kind of, like, figure out, like, you know, what the actual, like, cause was over time.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like, yeah, like, I guess my perception and experience could have maybe was one thing when like further down the road beforehand, like it was something completely different. So
sure.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that. So there was like a little bit of that going on where like you had to do a little bit more digging, you know, and just go, yeah, gotcha. Like it makes sense that there was like a precursor to it all. Like, sure. You know, yeah.
What did like was the always like the end conclusion was like, man, the 90s were wild.
I mean, Y2K was a thing. just nuts.
This is what a time.
What a time
to be alive.
Yeah. I actually brought up the show.
Did you really?
I did. I did because like one of the things, because she was like, what do you do for fun? And I was just like, you know, like my buddy and I, like we do this, you know, like podcasting thing. We do this like show and stuff. And she was like, you know, like, do you enjoy it? I was like, yeah, like it's a good creative outlet. Like I wish I could do it more. I mean, like, And we were going into like careers and hobbies and like,
Sure.
sort of that like long-term thing. And I was like, yeah, like we do it. It would be like super cool if we could like do it like full time. And she's like, yeah, but it's hard to make money doing stuff like that. I was like, you have no idea.
You have no clue. We've made $40 in 7 years.
And I was like, it's a really good hobby. It's a really nice hobby. It's a good chance to stay connected.
It's our own money.
It's like we put a lot of money in. Like I've been using that as my therapy for the last 5 years. To some results.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, nice. And I assume she was supportive.
Yeah. I mean, like all in all, it was a really good experience. But the one thing I will say is, and like this was something that like really kind of helped me take that step forward, was like a lot of people that I've talked to lately that have like gone and gotten help or like gone and gotten on medication. The one common thing they always say has been, it is the best decision I could have made, or I wish I started this sooner.
Right.
Because me, I was like, well, yeah, like I feel like I've been having problems for a very long time now, and I'm turning 34, and I am 34, and like it ain't gonna get better with time. It don't age like wine,
No.
Maybe if Billy Joel's making it, but like,
I mean, fuck.
So I was like, I can't retroactively feel better. So
that is a great mindset.
Yeah.
That a lot of people cannot wrap their heads around for some reason.
And I think that's what it was for me. Was there was a lot of I sort of I would always sit there and go like, if I just felt better 10 years ago, if I just felt better 5 years ago, if I just felt better yesterday, like you can't retroactively feel better. So you got to think about how to make yourself feel better for the future, because like then it's going to stop being like, yeah, it's real unfortunate that I was miserable 10 years ago because I missed out on so much stuff. You can flip it now to be like, yeah, I'm working on this shit, so that 10 years from now, I can be like, 10 years before was great.
Exactly. And the thing, too, is like you say you just turned 34.
Yeah.
You're working on this now. Fucking medical advancements and shit. Like, you live to be 100.
Yeah.
That's 3 more. Chris, like twice the lifetime.
3 times more
that you've already had.
Yeah.
So, Chris, how many more lifetimes does Kevin have left?
I mean, I feel like I'm still young.
Sure.
Like, that's the thing, is like, and I don't know, like, I don't know how I should feel about this, because this could go either way. But like more recently, I've been like, I don't feel that old, or like the because like I feel like sometimes like as people get older, and it could just be like that bitterness. That like bitterness mentality that a lot of people have. But I feel like a lot of people get in the habit of like, oh, time has passed me by. I can no longer do the things I've wanted to do. For me, I'm like, no, but like, what if I can? Like, what if I can buy a van?
I mean, you totally can.
I could buy a van.
You go get a loan right now.
I could get, I might not even, I could probably just like pay a guy on some back alley deal.
You certainly can. It's a thing, like, and on the real, for anybody who has had, like a sudden loss or something like that in their life that's devastating, or that, even it could be anything, it could be a pet, whatever the case may be. But the point is, like, sometimes you have that situation and you just kind of crumble under that weight of that loss. The other thing that can happen is that you realize that, it's only too late when I'm there. It's only too late when they're putting me under, because until then I'm here.
Yeah,
and you can make whatever you want happen.
Yeah.
Because you're still here.
Yeah.
So they can't. They're not here no more.
No.
So.
Yeah. So I've been making my notes, kind of tracking how things are going.
Okay.
So then in a couple of weeks,
you get yourself an agenda.
Yeah, I might be getting myself an agenda.
Okay.
Writing things
All
down.
right. Okay. I can get on board with this.
It'll be a mental health agenda.
All right. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Start baby steps.
So
I mean, I've got certain notebooks that are on for specific
certain
states
things.
of mind.
I feel like that's what I need too. Is like I need to be more compartmentalized. You know, to where it's because like a lot of times it's just like everything's bleeding into one another. There's just waves crashing back and forth, and I'm like, oh, I'm here, oh, I'm there, oh, I'm like, oh, where's the place now? So I feel like one of these things I hope just from like an organizational standpoint is like, yeah, like let's compartmentalize this shit and start separating everything. So that way, like when I go do this, I'm in control. You know,
organization control.
Put myself in the driver's seat. You know,
there you go.
This car goes above 55, or below it. Fuck it. Maybe I'm in a school zone and I want to be safe. Buckle up, because we're hitting road and we're gonna be safe. Make sure you use your blanket, folks.
There you go.
Wave to the people who let you in.
Very true.
Yeah. Make sure you zipper when you're entering the highway. Don't hold up traffic. Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Number one.
Let the people in who are stuck at the parking lot. They're just trying to get to work.
So good on you for taking that for giving yourself that gift.
Yeah.
For
it was an unsurprisingly good gift that I wasn't expecting. I also went out and like bought a shitload of VHS that day too. So. Well, I mean, like the next day, like we had like a little shindig planned with our friends, as I said, where we rented out a space at a bar. Which I'm going to tell you something, man. This is why I've been so interested in starting a business because because I feel like most people who run successful businesses don't know what they're doing. Because
it's kind of true.
Christy booked this venue like a month and a half ago.
Okay.
And was like, this is the time we want. This is the date we want. It was available. And then the guy got back to her and was like, oh, we can't rent it to you that day because we have a comedy show going on.
Oh.
And she's like, what does that have to do with the private room? And he's like, well, it gets loud. She's like, we don't give a shit. Like, we want the room.
Right.
And he's like, okay, but like, I can't do it for like the time you want. Like, she's like, well, what if we push it, what if we shorten it to the 3-hour time slot and we push it up an hour or push it back an hour rather. And he was like, okay, fine. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, great. What do I owe you? He's like, this is the deposit. So she pays the deposit. And then like weeks go by. She's like, hey, just confirming. Hey, trying to figure out if we're all good. Hey, we want to be able to drop stuff off beforehand. Like, can we do that? Like, no response. Like, nothing.
For fuck's sake. So
we showed up day of, and the bartender's there. We're just like, hey, can you help? Like, are you able to help us? Like, we're trying to get some information. And he's just like, oh, I'll see who I can get a hold of.
Oh, shit.
And then there's like the booking manager and then the general manager. And then like they've got 2 different calendars and neither calendar is synced up with the other. So, and like the best part about it was like the bartender goes like, yeah, like we've never had an issue with like booking a private party when there's been an event going on. Like, I don't know why he was telling you. And we're just like, what the fuck? And then like,
who did she give her deposit to?
Dude, it's like all we wanted to know is if we could store a cake. Like we had a cake, right. We wanted to store it. We needed to keep it cold,
right?
And then like, eventually we got it all worked out. And then like we show up for the party, or no, we show up earlier today to like drop stuff off. And this guy's like, yeah, bring it to the guy in the back room. He'll tell you where to go. And then we bring it to him. And he's like, okay, fine. And he takes it. Then he goes up to the guy we just asked to figure out where he can put it. There's just like no conversations happening, no collaborations happening.
Oh my Lord.
We're still waiting for a bill.
It's not coming.
Hey man, like we've done our due diligence at this point as a customer, but I will say this. I will say this. It was a hell of a time. It was a hell of a space. Christy knocked it out of the park. Man, she made cakes, plural.
Blacklight cake.
Blacklight cakes, apparently. And she had these special. I already ate mine. Shit. I intended on showing it on screen. But she made these cookies. She had these cookies made that were custom. That were in the shapes of like little cassettes and little boom boxes.
Oh, shit.
And then like a bunch of people like brought me VHS. I'm just like, you're feeding a habit, and I love it. It was a good time. It was a really good time. People enjoyed it.
This is a safety blanket.
I brought these people, and I say these people. So Christy and her brother, because her brother came to visit this weekend.
Okay.
We went out to we're finding these great spots around town and like just outside of the city. So like we went out to a vintage market, right? And just kind of hit it up, had a good time during the day, and like there was this place nearby, which I've heard through the rumor mill, and in the streets, back alley deals.
Okay.
That they have quite a collection of movies and older media.
Okay.
So I was like, we need to stop there, please. They were like, okay, cool. So we stopped out. I was like, heaven.
Oh.
Dude, like just wall to wall to wall to wall. Just aisles.
Did you have to knock on a secret door and say like Spielberg sent me?
We may as well have.
Okay.
But dude, like there was just so much VHS. I like at one point Christy because like it was like a hoarder's house basically.
Oh, okay.
And at one point Christy had to find me, and I'm just like kneeling down on the floor, just like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. There's so much here. And I'm like, there's so much here. And there are like so many things that I'm looking for. And there's so many things that I want. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I literally don't know what to do. And she's like, are you going to be okay? And I'm like, no, I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do.
He's overstimulated. Give him the headphones.
Dude. So I go over to the guy and I'm like, what here are you selling? And he's like, that section over there. Now, mind you, I'm behind like 4 racks of media.
Okay.
He's sitting down behind a 5-foot counter. And he's like, the section over there.
So wait, not everything was for sale?
No, because apparently it was also a rental store.
Oh, okay.
But he's telling me this, and I'm like, I can't see you. Where are you pointing? And he's like, the back corner.
More descriptive than over there.
So I look over. I do see a sign. So I'm like, great. So I go over there and I just start pulling tapes. And I'm like, how much are you selling this stuff for? Because some boxes are tagged, others aren't. And he's like, selling it for like market value. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, so this could get pricey.
Right.
Because if he's going market value, my assumption is he's going eBay market value. Some stuff might be overpriced. Some stuff might be within the ballpark of what I'm looking to pay. You might
get a deal, yeah. You gotta look
so I pulled 5 tapes based on the following premises. Number 1, they were somewhat rare, and I have not seen them in the wild.
Okay.
Number 2, they were movies that I had on my list of wanting to buy.
Okay.
So I grab them. I'm like, I think this is good to start. There was so much. So fucking much. So many things I didn't think I wanted, they had.
Okay.
So I bring them up to the counter. I'm like, okay, I got 5. I set them down, and he's like, these aren't for sale. And I'm like, but I pulled those from the section you told me was for sale. And I pointed to the sign he pointed me to. And I'm like, that's where I went.
That's right.
So like, if they're not for sale, they're not for sale. But like that, you told me, and then I looked at the sign, and then the sign said, and then there's like multiple copies of all of these over there. And I'm like,
you're not losing out.
And I'm like,
if 1 or 2 are gone.
And I'm like, you're the only building on a 1-mile road. I'm like, I don't.
Do you want to buy beer today or not? Like,
So he's like, okay. He goes, let me look him up. Literally, dude, I'm standing there for 5 fucking minutes as he's scanning one, looking at the screen, looking at it again, scanning it again, looking at the screen. At least 5 fucking minutes go by, and I turn. I'm looking at Christy. And I'm just like,
what is going on?
I'm like, I kind of want to go. like literally, like I almost got to the point where I'm just like, hey man, like if you don't want to sell them, like I can just leave. Cause maybe there's a power play there too, and I'm just like, listen, man,
sure, right.
if you don't want to do business with me, okay,
yeah, come on,
like I got pockets.
It's my Thomas Jefferson not good enough for you?
Yep.
Like, what do we?
Well, I mean, I don't think we don't need to go there, but like, I was going to the point where I was getting like a little like antsy, so I'm just like, okay, and then he goes, okay, so these are all moratorium, which I'm under the impression that just means it's dead stock.
Okay.
And in my head, I'm like, they're VHS tapes. No,
of course they are.
Fucking shit, they're dead stock. 2023, man, they ain't producing these anymore. Only suckers like me are out there buying them.
Hey.
He lifts up the first tape and he's like, so this one's going to be 100. And I'm just like, oh. And in my head, I was just like, okay, maybe it's not all of them. And he was like, this one's listed as 75. I'm just like, he's like, this one's 65. And I just go, hey man, we don't need to go through anymore. I'm not paying that. And I was like, thank you. We're out. And he's like, okay. And then we leave. And I'm just like, damn. That's really fucking stupid.
Who the fuck is this guy?
So you said the same thing we all said when we got into the car. Like, we were just like, who the fuck are you, man? Like, who, like,
right?
Like, you're literally the only building on a 1 mile road, and you have a hoarder's house of like dead stock media. It's like you have 10 copies of The Big Lebowski on VHS. Nobody's coming in to rent 10 copies of The Big Lebowski on VHS.
Or pay $75 a pop.
Or pay $75 a pop for them. And it's not like they're in pristine condition. Like if it was sealed, new in box, like case fresh, like crispy, fresh and clean, maybe you could make an argument for that. I've seen it happen before. It's not unheard of, but like, again, these are like faded cases with stickers all over them. I'm like, this is $10 at most. Here's what I put together that he was doing.
Okay.
This is a guy who more than likely has been here for a while.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. In that same chair.
In that same chair. Like they just added the stock around him.
Yeah, no, he's just sitting there watching The Simpsons and going on with his life.
My takeaway from it was, and this was part of why I was a little confused when I was going through the videos and saw some price tags and some without price tags. Many people know this. A lot of people are still unaware of it, but there used to not be a home video market.
Right.
The home video market didn't really start until the late 1980s, early 1990s. Prior to then, you primarily got major box office movies in your home through renting them on VHS, Laserdisc, or Betamax, or seeing them on paid cable.
Right.
Like HBO. HBO was literally the home box office network where they showed movies that were no longer in theaters. That they had a thing. There was no way to necessarily go out and buy the latest movie that was just in theaters 3 months ago. You could, but in order to do so, you were spending like $90 a pop on a movie. Because that's in the 80s, because that's the price the rental stores had to pay in order to obtain the content that they could rent out to people for $2 to $3 a pop.
Yeah.
So when rental stores were looking to
do that 30 times, you get your money back.
Do that a couple times, you get your money back. That's a practice that the video store I worked at still followed. However, we weren't paying $90 a pop. We were paying Walmart prices. We would literally go at midnight, pull all of the stock off the shelves, put it in a cart, and then pay for it and leave. The store owned all of the merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what video stores were doing back in the day as well. They were physically buying the movies that you were renting and then maybe selling them after the fact if they were looking to push them to like another section of the store.
Right.
So movies at one point in time were $75, $85, $90, $100. Like I think Batman 89 may have been one of the first movies available on the home video network or just like home video.
$90 or $100.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think what this guy was doing was, he was looking up what the market price was, but he was looking up the market price for like a rental store to buy it in like the early 90s. It is insane. Fenton, Batman was the first major VHS home that was sold for a reasonable cost, $9.95, I believe. Yeah, that was one of the first ones. But prior to that, like if you wanted to buy Back to the Future on VHS, it was like $90.
That's right.
Yeah. So at that point, we were just like, all right, well, it's unfortunate. It was a great store.
You
but
lost a customer today, sir.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, you know what? Like, I could also be the dumbass because like he's clearly doing something. Like he's clearly making some kind of money.
I mean, he's clearly getting a government check, so like he's doing keeping the the lights on that way.
Yeah. Something's happening.
Something's happening, but we also have to keep the lights on.
We do have to keep the lights on.
So if you out there want to help us keep, wrong shoulder, keep live on
live. I got.
You got some lights back there.
I got some lights. I got that guy still.
He's
not going away. I think he's just gonna chill back there for a while.
And that's fine because like if he was disgruntled. I would say probably not the best, but he's happy. And,
he's happy. He's a happy-go-lucky kind of guy.
Positive influences in your life, and he can be one of them,
Yeah.
And you could be a positive influence if you go to tpublic.com/user/brainwrecktv. It's in the fucking.
You could just go to tpublic.com and search Brainwreck TV. I think that's what most people who are on tpublic say, is just go to tpublic.com and search Brainwreck TV.
Get yourself a communication t-shirt. Get yourself a t-shirt about putting money out of one pocket and right back in the other. We got logos up there. We got fucking... I think there's another one. Support them.
Yeah,
well,
we are the first result that comes up when you search Brainwreck TV on tpublic, which is the way it should be.
Well, I mean,
this is America, damn it.
So, exactly.
That's the American way. Buy yourself a Brainwreck TV logo t-shirt.
That's right. Or you could also help us out by going to specifichonks.com. Get yourself a bumper sticker magnet and 15% off when you use Brainwreck TV 15 promo code. And support them. You can support them because they do support us. So be sure to use that. Get yourself a bumper sticker magnet about something specific that pertains to you.
tpublic's actually running a sale right now, so that's go and buy a lot of things so that we break even. And we've got an all-new episode of the internet's favorite game show coming to you live tomorrow night. That is Thursday at 10, 9 Central. It's going to be an all-new episode of Don't Be an Asshole, and you're not going to want to miss it.
You're definitely not. Definitely not. So I think that's it. We've caught up on a lot of things.
Caught up, yeah. We've talked about everything.
Caught up. We got more things coming down the pipe.
Yeah,
as they say.
Pipes.
Pipes.
Pike or
pipe?
Get your coming down the pipe because you put things down through pipes.
We just had to cut our pipe in our kitchen.
Yeah.
We're kitchen construction. We still don't have our sink in, folks.
It's a shame.
We've been almost a month without running water.
That's a shame.
In our kitchen.
Yeah.
But we just decided to hook up the fridge because we wanted our free ice back and our water. But we broke the fucking connector thing, taking it out. So we had to cut the goddamn copper pipe. And I had to talk to my man Jeb over at Home Depot. He explained to me how a fucking locking nut works. And then we figured it out. But now we got water back in the fridge.
There you go.
So there you go.
Fantastic. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
You're learning. You're learning all sorts of shit.
That's right.
I don't.
But for this week,